Hi, so the video cut out when I talked last time, and then I had, in the meantime, video problems, computer problems, and I still haven't quite figured out how to run this video business, but now I think it's alright. And I was talking about how sexual liberation in patriarchy is a liberal lie. And I was talking about how sex, for me at least, didn't feel as this liberating thing that I was promised by, I guess, my contemporary time. You know, the liberal feminists in my contemporary life, you know, telling me that it could be. And I just never found that, you know, because men don't respect women. You know, imagining having a sex life in patriarchy, and then imagining it in a society or inside yourself where patriarchy doesn't exist. Just imagine, you know, it's so different. Because all this bullshit with not being able to express ourselves because it's not allowed, because we are bullied for having certain emotions, and we're shamed for expressing ourselves in certain ways, all this bullshit is so ingrained in us, you know? So I don't think that you can fuck yourself to liberation. I just don't. I think you can take yourself away from those situations, but you can never be without it until we abolish it. And you can do yourself some favors, like you can certainly make life a lot easier for yourself in patriarchy, in your sex life. For instance, by really checking up on the person before you have sex with him, and really ask yourself if that's what you want to do. Because so many times I found that it wasn't worth it, because the guy just didn't see me as a person afterwards. Like, if we had had a good relation before, it sucked afterwards because he would be so shitty to me, you know. And I think, you know, make your focus about women. And I'd say if you're bisexual like I am, try to go with that, you know. Try to say, you know, it's the way to go. The woman way is the way to go. Because I'm not saying that there can't be abuse and negativity in two females having a relationship. I'm just saying that you certainly won't have your erotic personality bullied and shamed in the same way. Hopefully not at all, you know. And if you claim to be heterosexual, I feel for you. I gotta say. And it's not that I'm not ever having sex with men. Again, I have a boyfriend. I've had a boyfriend for the last 5 years. We're in an open relationship, so I can have relations to women as well. But I would say that if I hadn't had him, I would definitely, you know, go towards women only, because my experiences have just been so bad that I've come to realize that the socialization that men get in patriarchy is just fucking up their ability to be erotic, you know? And I think women hold such erotic potential, which is suppressed in patriarchy because of all this shaming. And you know, if you don't have this experience, I'm happy for you. I would like to hear about it. I just think from hearing about it from so many women and girls and my own experience, I've just concluded that it's quite a general experience that many women have, you know. And I didn't really become so radical in my analysis until like maybe a couple of years ago or so. Like, obviously I got my boyfriend 5 years ago or more, and back then I didn't have such a radical analysis, but I certainly had learned to set some boundaries. And I think, you know, that was also a way where I could see, you know, is this person gonna be able to respect me? And if I hadn't learned those boundaries the hard way, because trust me, I didn't get it from my family, like I didn't learn to set boundaries that way, quite the contrary, you know, then it would have been shit all over again, you know. He also, because I think he hadn't learned back then how his socialization really fucked his way up, you know, of treating women and perceiving women. And I think he's a bit more aware of that now, and we talk a lot about it, or we have at least, and it's something that is in constant development. But I'd say do yourself a favor and don't let your erotic self down. And you're not being any more erotic by having heaps of sexual relationships with men or with women, but you have your erotic personality, and that should be developed freely, you know. And I think personally that it would really benefit most women to have relationships with other women, including sexual relationships. Of course, if that's not something you want to do, you don't want to do that. But I think we also have to remember that we're raised in a society that is so anti-woman and so homophobic and lesbophobic that these anti-sexual feelings we have towards other women sometimes also are a product of this society, you know, and that we can actually unlearn it and relearn something else. So that's just something to think about. I hope that you're happy where you are right now. If not, I hope you change it. I hope you challenge yourself and continue to do so. And I think part of being an erotic being is to go with certain energies and to go with certain you know, possibilities for adventure. And I think that erotic life can truly be an adventure when it's with the right people. When it's not, it's just a prison like everything else. So good luck with that, and I'm signing off for now. It's a really late night here. Bye.